Hey guys, welcome to SK Educational Studies. I hope you all are fine and healthy. Stay home, stay safe. Today we are going to read a poem, Wind. Okay, and this poem is written by Subramania Bharti. Actually, this is a Tamil poem and is written in Tamil by Subramania Bharti, and it has been translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. So let's first get to know about Subramania Bharti and A.K. Ramanujan as well. Here it is written, you can see. Subramania Bharati is a great Tamil poet, famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. Means most of his poems deal with the patriotism in the pre-independence era, means before India's independence. And A.K. Ramanujan is a Kannada and English poet, well known for his translation of classical and modern poetry. And A.K. Ramanujan is a Kannada as well as an English poet and is very famous for his translation works. He has translated many poems of classical and modern categories. So let's read and try to find out what does this poem mean. So the title you may think is very easy to understand, but actually it is a symbolic poem. It symbolizes and also provides a very great message. I think this message that we will get to know from this poem is somewhat related to the current situation of our country, not only of our country, also the whole world, that how we are dealing with the pandemic coronavirus, as we all know. So this poem definitely helps you uh, to have an insight that how to fight in difficult situations. The wind blows strongly and causes a lot of destruction. So how can we make friends with it? This is what the poem about. So here you can see the wind blows very strongly and brings a lot of destruction. So here the poet has advised us that how can we make friends with wind. Wind comes softly, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down, you tore the pages of the books, you brought rain again, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings, frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crosses them all. So let me explain this first. I read up to this much because this explains the destruction caused by the wind. So the first line, wind comes softly. Either we can say it is a request or it is an invocation, means the poet is giving a call, or we can say the poet has made request to wind that to blow softly. Come swiftly means to blow softly and slowly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. He has told the wind that not to break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers means not to scatter means we can say that throw away the papers here and there, or disperse the papers throw here and there. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. He has again requested the wind not to throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did, you threw them all down. And then he has tried to show the wind that what destruction it has caused by pointing out all the destructions, or we can say ravages caused by the wind. Means he is trying to show it that see how he has broken down the shutters of the windows, scattered the papers, thrown down the books on the shelf. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Poking fun means making fun of. Weaklings means we can say that the objects which are very weak. Very weak. So he again told the wind that he has torn out the pages of the books, and he has caused the rain to what is it? Rain to fall. And he says that is very clever because he destroys all those things which are weak, which are weak. That's why he says that you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. It means the poet tries to say that wind is very clever in making fun of the weak objects. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Frail means weak. So what does he want to say? The poet is that weak houses, weak doors, rafters. Rafters means we can say the pillars which are used to support here, sloping beams of supporting a roof. You can see. So what the wind does, the wind blows them all away, destroys them all, those houses, doors, rafters, wood, bodies, lives, hearts which are weak. Hearts. Here it is a meaning. Why does he use the word heart? Means weak heart, not to be weak heart. Exactly, that's what he wants to convey, that to be very strong. The wind god winnows and crosses them all. Here he has compared the wind to the god. The god, he says that the wind god winnows and crosses them all. Winnowing is a process. Here the meaning you can see: blow grain free of chaff, separate grain from husk by blowing it. Winnowing means also means blowing, right, while separating the grain from the chaff. So the wind god winnows and crosses them all. He has compared the wind to God because God can ravage everything. Similarly, the wind here causes a lot of destruction. Crossed, crumbled, means broken down everything. So this is what the first what we cannot say it's a stanza, it's one stanza, but here as we have read it so far, it represents that how or in what way the wind has brought a lot of ravages, lot of destructions. Now let's read the rest of the lines and try to understand. Here the poet wants to give us a very strong message that how to defend, means how to protect ourselves from the heavy wind. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Here you can see the poet has used the word he. He. And that means the wind is personified here. Personified means given an attribution of a human being, a character of a human being. Here he has considered the wind as a human being. He says he won't do what you tell him. Exactly, because the wind is not there to listen our command. It cannot. Wind cannot do whatever we shall tell him. Rather, the poet has said that in order to save ourselves from the destructions caused by the wind, we need to take some steps. What is that? So come, let's build strong homes. He has advised us to make strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Firmly means very strongly. And to close the doors very firmly so that wind cannot enter. Practice to form the body. Make your body very strong. Make the heart steadfast. Steadfast means loyal or faithful. And make your heart so strong. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. So here the poet wants to give advice that how can we make friends with us. Friends with the wind, because wind is not there to listen our command. So it's we who have to take steps to avoid such destructions. That's why the poet says, make your body firm and strong, have a very strong homes, close the doors very firmly, be steadfast. The wind blows out weak fires. Yes, weak fires are definitely blown out by the wind. Blown out means we can say wiped out. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. Here means that if the fire is strong and when the wind blows, the fire becomes more and more dangerous, more and more stronger. That's what. His friendship is good. Whose friendship is good? The wind's friendship is good. We praise him every day. And this way, the poet says that if we are successful enough to make friends with the wind, then we will not scold him, just like the poet has tried to do in the first several lines when he says, "Do not throw away the books, do not scatter the papers." Means you can say he is very angry with the wind, but here he has given us the advice that how to face challenges. That is what. So, as a whole, we can say that what is the central idea, theme of this poem? Here, the poet wants to give us a very strong message that if we remain united, if we remain very strong in difficult situations, then we can definitely avoid or prevent such problems or hurdles which come to our life. In the same way, I just tell you that the current situation, as we know that how the pandemic corona has brought on deadly destruction throughout the whole world. So in this situation, we need to be very steadfast. We need to be united and not to lose hope. Rather, very strong and uh, most importantly, be united. Together, we can fight and get success. Thank you. I hope you have understood the poem. If you have understood, please don't forget to give your feedbacks or suggestions. Thank you. Have a nice day.